knows how they're living.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm sure Phil knows how to survive.
You think so? Well, at least if they've got Jill's rings, they'll have something to live off.
If they've got Jill's rings, then surely that proves he's the murderer.
That is an assumption. However, I do think it's fair to tell you that we shall be focusing our inquiry on Phil Berry from now on.
At last.
Why now?
We spoke to the head porter.
Rocky?
It threw up similarities to his existing record that we feel need investigating. We shall be interviewing again today.
That's no problem. We've moved everything to the other conference suite until you've finished.
Why are you wasting time here? You should be out looking for Nicola.
Her details have been circulated to other forces.
Sitting in a room all day isn't going to find her.
Asking the right questions will. There's a chance that your daughter may try to make contact. We'd like to place a tap upon your telephone. It may help us trace them. Look, you can refuse, of course.
Just do it. Anything to get her back.
If you feel the way you look, I should call an undertaker.
I'm all right.
It's a great your natural skin tone. You've been checking up again, haven't you?
I feel better now.
You can't keep this baby a secret forever, you know.
It's no one else's business.
Well, what about the father? You're not going to let him get away with this, surely?
He wouldn't want to know.
Well, he doesn't have a choice anymore.
Who is it? No one you know. Before I came here, some guy from King's Oak.
You've never talked about him before?
It was just a casual thing.
That doesn't sound like you.
Just leave it, will you?
I'm going to get the vacuum out in a minute.
There's no harm in being tidy.
I wish we had a place worth cleaning. Mind you, this is a palace compared to some of the squats I've seen.
Until we can afford better, we've got no choice.
That'll be a while.
How are we going to manage?
I got talking to the bloke in the cafe over the road where I got the teas.
Yeah?
He's a bit short-handed today. We'd earn a few quid washing up.
Great. It'll be about as much fun as the burger bar.
I know it's not ideal, but...
I know. We've got to take what we can get. Anyway, it might be a laugh.
Yeah.
No. I hate this place. Why can't they let us be happy at home?
Because I'm not what they want for you.
They want this instead. Maybe if I talk to them.
It'd be no use. It was bad enough before, but now... I wouldn't even get through the door.
You're still keeping me at arm's length today?
I'm just trying to get on with my life.
And I don't come into that.
I need to think about every possibility.
What about the possibility that we could be happy together?
Do you really think we could be? I don't see Tracy going too far away.
She's moved into Scott's room. I can't make her leave, not with Nicola and the murder. It would upset Mum too much.
You're too much under your mother's thumb to be attractive.
Being accused of murder isn't the biggest turn on either.
Don't let me interrupt you.
What can I do for you?
I'd like another little chat with you, Mr. Booth. 15 minutes, okay?
For an interview?
What else?
I don't think I've ever seen so much grease.
Nicola, come on, you said you give it a try.
If I was at home, I'd be buried in GCSE textbook, so believe me, I can handle a few dirty plates.
You don't want to live like this forever.
I won't. But I can always retake my exams. This is for now, just to be together. Any rubber gloves?
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
Well, let's get cracking then. Earn our fortune.
Hey, at least we get a free lunch.
Really looking forward to it, I must say.
Is it your policy to employ people without knowing their background?
No, but we were hiring a porter, not the Secretary General of the United Nations.
Porters are positions of trust. Surely there were security issues.
It's our policy to allow senior staff an input into recruitment. I trusted Rocky's judgment.
Oh, so you think that Phil Berry was suitably trustworthy for the job?
Not in hindsight, no. But we all employ bad apples from time to time, even the police, I hear.
Mm-hmm. Really? Did you know he was in a relationship with your stepsister?
No, that was her business.
And how would you describe his feelings towards Mrs. Chance?
She got him the sack. After that, it was obvious that she wasn't his favourite person.
How could you tell?
He said he wanted to kill her.
Is he having a nice half term?
Well, Jake's taking him out tomorrow. I don't think any of us are in the mood for day trips. And you? How are you? Any news?
You know, you're lucky to have Scott. Don't ever forget that.
I won't. Whatever happens.
And I think of the times that I've argued with Nicola over the most petty things. It all feels like wasted time now.
Well, you'll be able to make up for it when she gets home.
But what if it's too late? What if she doesn't get back?
Kate, don't talk like that. You've got to think positively.
Just feel like a part of me is missing.
First stage is consultation. Me and the plastic surgeon will decide which cup size suits me best.
Yeah, really?
It's important. You have to have the right cup size for your frame.
Isn't that what you're born with?
There's nothing wrong with plastic surgery. It's a very respectable clinic. What it is.
I just keep thinking about Mandy. I think she's going to go through with having this baby.
She's mad if she does.
We should support her whatever decision.
Even if it's the wrong one.
We can't say which choice is wrong, though, can we?
There's no way I'd have that baby.
Perhaps she won't be by herself. I mean, there's a mum or the father.
I don't buy this mystery father. Did you know she had a boyfriend before death?
She never mentioned him. Perhaps he moved away.
Don't think it's filled at you.
I don't suppose Nicola let him out of her sight for long enough.
I'm sorry, madam. As soon as I know what's going on, I'll let you know.
I'm amazed how well you're coping with all this. How you keep smiling.
Only on the outside, I promise. We've got a problem here, though.
Did she make a complaint?
Not just her. People keep turning up for appointments at the salon, but it's closed.
Closed?
I can't get hold of Tracy. She's not answering the phone. We need to do something.
Leave it with me. I'll sort it.
I'd really appreciate it.
You look tired. Maybe you shouldn't come back to work so soon. Look, if you need more time off...
No, really. I'd rather be doing something constructive. Otherwise, I'd be stuck at home turning things over and over. I'd go mad.
Nobody would blame you. Losing your mother's one thing, but like this, I'd feel really angry.
I don't have the energy. I just want to be able to...
Grieve. I know.
In peace.
You got to be selfish now. Think about yourself, what you need. That's an order.
Thank you for coming here, George.
No problem. I want you to know how sorry I am about what happened. I'm to deal with losing her so soon after the ceremony. I can't imagine how you must feel.
Was there a will?
I'm looking into it. Well, hopefully I can tidy up any legal formalities without too much fuss.
The only formality I care about, George, is where do I stand regarding Crossroads?
I'm afraid that's all too straightforward. Jill's share goes to her daughter.
But I was her husband. Surely I have some right, some claim?
I'm sorry, Adam, but Jill's share form quite clearly assigns ownership to Sarah Jane Harvey.
I can't believe this is what Jill would have wanted.
Well, she only signed the form very recently. It does suggest this was her intention.
So, I'm left with nothing. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. Do I have any options?
Well, forensics will be examining the share form. If its legitimacy is called into question, then we might have grounds for challenge.
How might it be illegitimate?
Well, if Jill's signature was a forgery, for example, or had been given under any sort of duress. But proving that will be enormously difficult.
I see.
I wish I had more encouraging news. But so long as the share form stands up to scrutiny, Sarah Jane Harvey becomes a partner in Crossroads.
I cannot believe you took him without asking, Dan. I just cannot believe it.
Other kids have rollerblades. Other kids go out on their own.
What, without safety stuff?
Some of them.
Well, more fool their parents, that's all I can say.
It's only a graze and some bruises.
I still had to close up the cafe during the lunchtime rush.
That's all you care about?
Of course it's not. You were lucky this time, but it could have been serious. Could have broken something.
Like you care.
Don't answer me back, Daniel. You know, if you had been injured, imagine the chaos it could have caused. I might have had to shut up the cafe for weeks to look after you. I can't afford for that to happen.
That's all I am to you, a problem. You don't care about me.
The salon was shut. People had appointments. They weren't very happy.
That's life, isn't it? We can't all be happy all of the time.
Look, Tracy, I realise that you're going through a difficult time, and I know that...
Mark, you're practically a kid. How could you have any idea how I feel?
I know that Jake needs a wake-up call. He can't have thought about what he's giving up.
Oh, he has.
Most blokes would give their right arm to have a wife like you and a kid like Scott.
And how many blokes would turn down the chance of a bit on the side? I've seen you sniffing around her. How could you? She's wrecked my family.
She's had a hard time. I was just comforting her. Look, Jake swears she's got nothing to do with it.
And he's going to admit it to you? I don't think so. I thought people would have the decency to tell me. I thought you had some kind of respect for me.
You know that I have.
Empty words. You, Kate, Patrick, you're supposed to be my family. You employ her, you put a roof over her head, you pay her. What, so just so that she can sleep with my husband?
You don't know that she is.
Every day I have to look at her behind the desk. Have you got any idea how that feels?
No.
And you both have the cheek to ask me why I'm not opening the salon.
She was only doing her job. People were complaining.
I think you better go.
Look, hiding up here isn't going to solve your problems.
Just leave me alone.
30 quid for all that work?
Like he said, he's not a charity.
But it's not even the minimum wage.
We're not living in that world anymore.
So what world are we living in? One where people can take advantage of us? We live like pigs, eat cold baked beans for God's sake, and worst of all, we pretend it's all right.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, it has. And what have we got to show for it? 15 miserable quid each.
I thought it was 30 quid between us.
How can you say that to me? How can you pull a guilt trip after everything I've given up? You selfish.
Oh, Nicola, wait.
I'm sorry I'm not Benno or Sean. You'd be having much more fun with them, I'm sure.
Oh, I didn't want to make you cry. Maybe I shouldn't have brought you here.
I wanted to come and I want to be with you. But I can't help missing
Home. I understand.
If I could just talk to Mum, let her know I was all right.
It doesn't work like that.
Why doesn't it?
You can't mix and match. Once you reopen all that, you've got to go the whole way. Now, if that's what you want, then fine. But you know I can't be part of it. It's up to you.
Tracy, are you all right?
Why is everybody so worried about me all of a sudden?
Did Mark find you?
Keep out of my business.
You didn't open the salon. That is my business. What's this?
Keys to the salon. You go and open it.
What is this about?
It's about time I faced up to things. Who am I to dish out beauty advice when my own husband can't even bear to look at me?
Come into the office.
I've got nothing to hide.
This is ridiculous.
Ridiculous. You destroying my family. Ridiculous. That's not a word I'd use.
I haven't done anything and I don't intend to.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. But you've already caused enough damage. So you go and open the salon yourself. Oh. And if my son asks where his father is, I'll send him round to you. Seems like you're the one that knows what makes my family happy these days.
Quiet?
It's been quieter.
Really? Anything I should know about?
No.
We'd like to carry out an additional search of the hotel grounds.
Yeah, that's no problem. I'll get our maintenance manager to help out.
I do realize how difficult it must be for you both.
I just feel powerless, you know. I just wish there was something I could do.
Well, actually, there is.
We'll do anything, you know that.
What I'm going to ask you isn't easy. I'd like you or Kate to make a media appeal. It may prompt Nicola into making contact or jog some people's memories. This type of thing can be very effective.
So you're taking it seriously at last, then?
I'm afraid we have to.
You know, when funny sort of way, I felt happier about it when you weren't so concerned. That seems a bit real now.
We've got a pretty compelling case against him.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jim. That's just a bit of a shock, you know.
Perhaps I shouldn't have said anything.
Well, I wanted to know.
I think you're coping remarkably well under the circumstances.
You know, sometimes I wonder if I just gave her too much of a free rein. I just, you know, I wanted the best for her.
Nobody's questioning your ability as a parent.
She's been in a bit of trouble here at the hotel. We thought she'd come through that. You don't think she's involved in Jill's murder, do you?
I need to catch up with him first before I can answer that.
Yeah, I need to talk to Kate, you know, about the appeal. You couldn't wait and just explain things to her?
Yes, of course. Don't worry, Patrick. We'll find her.
What are you doing? How long have you been sitting here?
Long enough to see what's wrong. Not long enough to see the answer.
What are you talking about?
Is it this one? Or this one here? Or maybe this one here? Tell me, Jake.
Tell you what?
All these creams and lotions. Which one should I use? Which one's going to make me into the woman that you couldn't keep your hands off 10 years ago?
There's nothing wrong with the way you look.
Then what? Is it Sarah Jane? Be honest.
It's not.
Then what is it? I deserve to be told that at least, don't I?
I don't know. It's not anyone's fault. Things change.
What's changed? Tell me. Tell me, what have I got to do to make you love me again?
You can't do anything.
Evening, fellas. I don't know how you've even got the nerve to ask.
I told Scott I'd meet him.
You can meet him, but not on those skates, not without safety gear. Especially not after this afternoon's incident.
Hold on, guys.
I'll never be able to afford safety stuff. I'll just have to ask Auntie Sylvia.
You'll do no such thing.
Why not? They'll buy it for me. They care about me.
Well, perhaps you can have it for your birthday.
You don't have to ask anyone.
That's not fair.
Will you both shut up for 5 minutes? Thank you. You don't have to save up or wait till your birthday. We can all go out together tomorrow. Safely.
So thanks, Dan.
Thanks. Can I have a quick go out the back now? I've got these.
I suppose so.
Wait till you see me in all my gear.
What did you go and do that for?
Because I don't like living in a war zone.
So every time he wants something, he just has to sulk?
Any kid would have reacted in the circumstances.
It was thoughtless of Bob and Sylvia to give him the stuff without the safety gear.
Maybe they didn't realise he had such a fussy brother.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
You know he's already hurt himself, don't you?
Well, not anymore.
This lot must have cost you a fortune.
Oh, believe me, it's worth it.
Are you ready to see me?
Yes. Very nice.
Wait till you see me in my gear.
Hang on a minute. Didn't know you could even roller skate.
I can't.
Neither can I.
Where have you been?
Just for a walk. Let me come in.
In a minute. I was worried. I thought you'd done a runner.
Did you care? What?
Come here. Close your eyes.
What are you doing? Where are you taking me?
All right, you can open them.
Where did you get the candle?
Found it upstairs. I guess I owed you a candlelit dinner.
If I'd have known, I'd have dressed for dinner.
You are dressed. For now.
How many times have I seen these things on television and felt for the poor people crying into the microphone?
The fact that you were touched so much only goes to show the kind of impact appeals like this can make.
How does a story usually end? With a body?
That really is a misconception, Kate. I know with young children who go missing, it's often the case that something has gone wrong, but with teenagers, it's an entirely different kettle of fish.
He's right, Kate. See, an appeal, it could make all the difference.
Oh, God. All right, I'll do it, but...
Well, what is it?
If she's out there, if she could make contact, she would. I know she'd phone. I know she would phone.
Join Richard and Judy in a star-studded night honouring Britain's best-loved actors. The British Soap Awards 2001, tomorrow at 8.
Talking of which, don't miss 2 episodes of Emmerdale tonight at 7 and 8 o'clock.